Right, here we go. Heat number 1 with the discount boards and timbers heavy metal class as they come out on track. And wow, this is a class that's grown very, very nicely. The heavy metals.
Right, heavy metals. I'm just trying to find it. Gary has found it for us. Thanks, Gaza. And
so the 23 car up on the front row of the grid, Gerdus Van Der Westhuizen. On the outside of that, the 93, a newcomer from the main circuit, Ivan Altenstein. Well done, the ASJ Motors 93 car. Welcome to Oval Track Racing from Killarney International. Gerdus van Dijk, driver of the day of his very first event down at Weskus last week, Saturday. PH Best of a Four and Superior Trailer Hire. On the outside of that, the discount boards car of Peter Himan. Third row on the inside is the 97. That's Leon de Swart. On the outside of that is Wim van der Merwe. Well, that's the front 6, and it looks like then the 37 is the next one in there on that inside line.
That's a 97. That's
97. Leon de Swart. Yeah.
In stereo.
And then the 12 directly behind that's Martin van der Westhuizen. You saw MJ van der Westhuizen, his son, earlier on. The head honcho of Village Auto in the 44 car on the outside of that. And off the line they come, and let's see what can Philip de Vet do off the 5th row of the grid with the 44 BMW.
Down the back line is Peter Himan that gets a run there, but here comes Wim van der Merwe. Van der Merwe in that second place. Have a look on the outside. Oh, there's problems, and Gerdus van Dijk right up in the wall. I just heard the crowd make a noise behind me. Full course yellow flags. Gerdus van Dijk, the new driver car combination from Weskus Oval there in Vredenburg. That was driver of the day at their last event, having a problem and right into the wall on the back straight on the opening lap.
Yeah, well, that was the first time, the first race car he's ever bought. The first time he ever raced was at Weskus just a week back, and he won the class. Well, there wasn't that many cars there, but still he was the best out there on the day and picked up the class win. And then, well, it was such a surprise, this new car driver combination. Picked up driver of the day from West Cape Spares as well, and actually made a turn by us in the pits earlier on today. He's saying, this is me, this is what I look like, because we only see the man with a helmet on. Came and introduced himself, a very nice, well-spoken young man, and well, he was looking forward to this one today. Unfortunately, got it out onto the loose initially, got the tail end pretty far out. He's quite a tall fellow, you'll see when he gets out of the car, and then just got tipped on the nose as they came past the Worcester, what is that, the AC security sign writing around about there. Just got a tip on the left-hand front corner, and when he lifted off the gas, brought the tail end around and stuck it nose first in towards the wall.
Right, so unfortunately for him, from winner and driver of the day to that, let's hope that they can get that car sorted out, because he really did well at the Weskus Oval a couple of weeks ago. Right, so who have we got here? We've got Gerdus Van Der Westhuizen, that is there in pole position with, we just normally call him at Killarney Altenstein. He eats Ivan Alten, but we know him as Altenstein from Killarney Main Circuit. He's there on the front row of the grid.
Very neat motor car.
Yep. And then Peter Himan, Mr. Discount Boards and Timber himself. Then Leon de Swart and Wim van der Merwe, MJ van der Westhuizen, Mr. Village Auto himself, Philip de Vet. Then Hendrik Vos Jr., Tolotrusky, and then the 108 there of Michael Swart.
Yeah, that's a new car driver combination. Michael Swart coming off the tail end of the pack. So nice to see some of the old hands coming back. Philip de Vet in the 44 car. That's the ex-Jacques Lurch Jr. car, if I've got it correct. And he gets that one off the line. Slightly different looking rear wing on the back of that Beamer. So it's got straight plates, doesn't have a tip up on it at all. So Peter Himan on the front 4 on the outside. Beautiful that truck centre and discount boards, man. It does so much to support Kleinplasie Megal Club as a whole as well. And he's there behind the Killarney man, Altenstein.
Green flag goes down and away we go. Alton Steyn, wow, into turn number 1. And he will get the whole shot at turn number 1. Right behind him there is Pieter Riemann, but watch out for Wimmer van der Merwe. Van der Merwe in P3 has a look and it drives around the outside of Riemann. He's sitting side by side there with Alton Steyn as they exit the pit corner. Alton Steyn holding his own, but the odds-on favourite Wimmer van der Merwe drives around him on the outside in turn 1. Van der Merwe P1, Steyn second, not for long. Here comes Pieter Riemann as Riemann moves up into that second place. Behind them we have got Leon de Swart out there in the Sapphire, and right behind him the BMW of Martin van der Westhuizen.
Alton Steyn doing quite fine at this stage of the fight, coming from Killarney International Raceway to Oval Track Racing. Philip de Wet spins himself around with a Village Auto 44 car, and if he can recover the field, it will be right at the back of the pack, so that's going to cost him points-wise very dearly. He does get it going again and comes out just in front of the leader, the Bargainator, Wimmer van der Merwe of Wimmer's Motorcycles, leading out as he works his way down the back main. Beautiful Lake Truck Centre discount boards, put him in that second position. And then Frankie, look at that battle for third place. Alton Steyn holding on with his bare knuckles at this stage of the fight to that third position.
Yeah, he's got Leon de Jager and Martin van der Westhuizen behind him. Remember the opening event we had here a couple of weeks ago, it turned horribly pear-shaped for Martin van der Westhuizen on the back straight, so he's got that car sorted out. He sits there behind Alton Steyn and behind the Ford Sapphire of Leon de Jager. Then behind them, it's another three-way dice with Gerdus Van Der Westhuizen, Hendrik Vos Jr. and the 108 of Michael Swart.
Yeah, Michael Swart doing quite fine first time out, and he finds himself merely a half a lap off the leader after numerous laps out there. So the newcomer to the block, the 108 Michael Swart, well done as he comes around to complete yet another lap, not being dropped off the back of the pack. He's got Hendrik Vos Jr. just in front of him.
Right, here comes your leader out of turn 2, out of the Wyntuin corner. And that's the Bargainator grocery store entry of race leader Wimmer van der Merwe. Working his way out of turn 1, discount boards and timber. Pieter Riemann is there in that second position. Then we've got the back marker, and then 3, 4 and 5 coming through there. The back marker is Tolatrusky, believe it or not. Then we've got Alton Steyn, and right there with him, that's the leading Ford, and that is the 97 Sapphire of Leon de Swart, and right on his case there, the number 12 of Martin van der Westhuizen.
Oh, Leon de Swart having a pretty decent run. He finds himself first, second, third, fourth out there, just ahead of Martin van der Westhuizen, and doing a pretty decent pace. Let's be honest, those Ford motors don't easily push out the same type of kilowatts as these BMW 320, 330, 325 and 328i motors that the guys are using are generally a lot more powerful by 20, 30, 40 kilowatts on the standard 3-litre V6 that you get in the Sapphire and the Sierra. So as Frankie says, the leading Ford out there, well done Mr. de Swart in the 97.
But your overall leader making his way out of turn number 2, out the Wyntuin corner. That's the boxy BMW of Wimmer van der Merwe. Heading into turn number 1 with Pieter Riemann nearly a half a lap behind him as Riemann works his way into turn 1. Riemann sits there in that second position. Then 3, 4 and 5 working their way through turn number 1. Alton Steyn in that third position. Well done for Alton as a newbie to the oval track racing scene as Tolatrusky pulls off on the infield, and trouble there for the 44 of Philip de Wet.
Yeah, Philip battling a bit with that car today. On his previous outings with that car, it's gone pretty fine and he's enjoyed it, but the tailing does seem to be a little bit on the light side on that motor car today. Checkered flag comes out, Wimmer van der Merwe. Now you can see exactly why that man carries SA titles.
Second place man across the line is Pieter Riemann, and third place, well done to Alton Steyn coming home. Right there behind him, Leon de Swart, followed there by Martin van der Westhuizen, and the rest of the field just coming through. Hendrik Vos Jr., Gerdus Van Der Westhuizen finishing their race as well. But well done there to the 102, your race winner, Wimmer van der Merwe.
Well, Gerdus Van Dijk's car looks like it's been flattened pretty heavily at the front. So from all going right to all going wrong from one meeting to the next, let's hope that there's not major damage on that one, and they can get it all straightened out and we can see him back out on the circuit for heat number 2.